Oh, great.
All righty, hello everybody. So we're gonna go through a Joga class today. So Joga is yoga for athletes. You don't have to be an athlete though to do Joga, so don't worry. It's gonna be a focus on mobility and stability works. We're gonna do a bit of the fire star, which is that, and then a bit of the silent victories at the end, which is that active recovery and that active stretching. So we'll get started. Over the weeks, we'll progress and we'll add more reps, and we'll do more of the difficult poses as well. Progress them that way as well. So hello everybody. So we're going to go through a Joga class today. So Joga is. Oh. I don't know what just happened. All right, we should be good to go. So you're going to start laying on your back here on the mat. And you're going to bend both knees, so both bottom of the feet are flat on the mat here. You're going to bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your chest, and from there relax the elbows down to the mat. So we're going to start with some belly and chest breathing here. So you're going to take a normal inhale through the nose, and then open up the mouth, relax the jaw, make a big ha sound when you exhale from the mouth. We'll do that again. Inhale through the nose, and then open up the mouth, relax the jaw, big exhale from the mouth. Okay, so we're going to start with the belly breathing here first. You're going to gently press your right hand into your belly as an activation point of where you need to breathe in and out of. So you're going to take an inhale into the belly only here for 1. Inhale into the belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale from the belly for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air. Pull the belly button towards the spine. We'll do that again. Inhale into the belly only for 1. Inhale belly 2, inhale belly 3, pause, hold, and then exhale from the belly only for 3, 2, 1, squeeze out that air, be empty. One more time from the belly, inhale belly only for 1, fill the belly with air 2, inhale belly 3, pause, hold, and then exhale from the belly for 3, 2, 1, squeeze that belly button towards the spine, be completely empty. And then we're going to switch it up. We're going to gently press our left hand into the chest as an activation point, and now only breathing in and out of the chest. So inhale into the chest only for 1, inhale chest 2, inhale chest 3, pause, hold, and then exhale from the chest only for 3, 2, 1, squeeze out that air, be empty. We're going to do that again. We're going to start with the front ribs first. So inhale into the front ribs for 1. Inhale side ribs 2. Inhale back ribs for 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale from the chest for 3, 2, 1. Be completely empty. One more time with the chest. Let's start with the back ribs. So inhale back ribs for 1. Inhale side ribs 2. Inhale front ribs for 3. Pause, hold, and then exhale from the chest only for 3, 2, 1, and be empty. We're just going to take a normal recovery breath here. So inhale through the nose, and then open up the mouth, relax the jaw, big exhale from the mouth. We'll do that again. Inhale through the nose, and then open up the mouth, relax the jaw, big exhale from the mouth. Again, so we're going to combine the breaths now. So we're going to breathe into the belly and then into the chest, and then vice versa. So inhale into the belly only here first for 1. Inhale belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold, lengthen through the sternum, and now inhale into the chest for 1. Find that air in the chest 2. Inhale chest 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale as a whole unit with control for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be completely empty. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. We'll do that again. Inhale into the belly only first for 1. Inhale belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, lengthen through the sternum. Inhale into the chest now for 1. Inhale chest 2. Find that air in the chest 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale as a whole unit with control for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the belly button towards the spine and just be completely empty. And now we're going to switch it up. So we're going to start with the chest. So inhale into the chest here first for 1. Inhale, chest 2. Inhale, chest 3. Pause, lengthen through the sternum. Inhale into the belly now for 1. Find that air in the belly, 2. Inhale, belly, 3. Pause, hold. And then exhaling as a whole unit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, pull the belly button towards the spine. Last time here. Inhale into the chest first for 1. Inhale, chest 2. Inhale, chest 3. Pause, lengthen through the sternum. Inhale into the belly here for 1. Inhale, belly 2. Inhale, belly 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale with control for 5 as a unit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be completely empty. And then take a regular inhale through the nose. Open up the nose, relax the jaw. Big exhale from the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. And big exhale from the mouth. And then bring your belly button towards your spine. And then bring the knees in towards the chest here. Dorsiflex the ankles, so bring the toes up towards your nose. And then just wrap your hands on your shins. If you're able to, you can clasp the fingers. If not, just grab each shin with the hands. We're just going to rock a little bit here from side to side, just a little bit of a massage for the low back. And then we're going to come and lay on our right side. So laying on your right side, use your right arm as a pillow for your head, and then just bend both knees here. And we're just going to stay here for a few belly breaths. So inhale through the nose from the belly, and exhale from the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose from the belly, and exhale from the mouth. Good. Now we're going to come onto all fours here, so into our tabletop. So setting up the bone structure for the rest of the program. So we always want the heels right behind the sit bones. The knees are right underneath the hips, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, and we're always spreading those fingers nice and wide, staying active in those hands. And then pubis bone in, front ribs to back ribs, and then always lengthening through the sternum or the breastbone here and keeping the head neutral. So we're going to come into a warm up for the spine through extension and flexion. So you're going to take an inhale, you're going to tuck the toes, you're going to lift the sit bones towards the ceiling, lift the breastbone forward, head follows, and then push away the floor with the hands. Coming into extension, and then exhale, you're going to tuck the toes first, tuck the pubis bone in, start rounding through the spine, front ribs to back ribs, head follows down, push away the floor with the hands. Inflection, and then we'll go through that again. Inhale, tuck the toes first, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling. Breastbone follows forward, push away the floor with the hands, head follows. Exhale, untuck the feet, tuck the pubis bone in, front ribs to back ribs, rounding through the spine, head follows down, push away the floor with the hands. We'll go through each one more time. Inhale, tuck the toes, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling, lifting the breastbone forward, push away the floor with the hands. And then exhale, untuck the feet, tuck the pubis bone in, round through the spine, front ribs to back ribs, head follows down, push away the floor with the hands. We're going to stay in this flex position. So you're going to press the bottom of the top of your toes into the mat and just slightly slide them forward toward the rest of your body, just protecting the ankle joint here. And then we're going to tuck the pubis bone in more, round through the spine more, front ribs to back ribs, head is down, pushing away the floor with the hands. Staying in this position, you're going to pretend that somebody has their hand right in between your shoulder blades, and you're going to inhale and exhale into the upper back here only. So take a nice deep inhale through the nose, inhale into the upper back, and exhale from the upper back. Again, inhale into the upper back, and then exhale from the mouth. Good. One more time. Inhale into the upper back only. And big exhale from the mouth. And then just coming back into that neutral tabletop. So tucking the toes, heel bones right behind the sit bones, knees underneath the hips, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers wide. And then just setting up that neutral spine again. So pubis bone in, front ribs backwards, lengthening through the sternum here. Head is neutral. So the back should be in a nice tabletop position here. From here, we are going to come into our hovering tabletop. So you're going to press the toes into the mat, press the hands into the mat, and then lift the knees just a couple of inches off the mat here. We're just going to stay here today. We'll progress as the weeks go on. So again, keep pressing the feet into the mat, press the hands into the mat, pelvis bone in, front wrist to backwards, lengthening through the breastbone here, keeping the head neutral. Make sure you're breathing, you're not holding the breath. Inhale through the nose, exhales from the mouth. We're going to come into a quad warm up here. So we're going to take an inhale. This is position 1. Exhale, you're going to lift the hips up and back into a crouching downward dog. So you want to stay on those toes. You want the shins parallel to the mat, so a lot of deep knee bend here. And then inhale, you're going to shift the body weight back forward, shoulders over the wrists into that first position. Exhale, lift the hips up and back into that crouching downward dog, bringing the quads towards the stomach. And then inhale, shoulders over the wrist. One more time. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, crouching downward dog, feeling the heat in the quads. And then inhale, shoulders back over the wrist. And then take an exhale, lower the knees down to the mat. We'll come into a quick recovery here. So knees come towards the width of the mat into our child's pose. Tuck the toes, big toes touch together. And then stack the fist on top of each other, rest the forehead there. Take an inhale through the nose and big exhale from the mouth. So to recover faster, we want to slow down our exhale. So take another inhale through the nose. And slow down your exhale. You can shake your head no on your fist to induce some relaxation. Then we're going to come into our warm up here. We're just going to do one part of the warm up today. So you're going to come up onto one hand at a time, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, and then step one foot back at a time into our high plank. So again, we want the heel bones right behind the sit bones, wrist crease underneath the shoulders. And then from here, you're going to take an inhale. You're going to bend the knees 30, 60, or 90. Exhale, you're going to bend the elbows 30, 60, or 90 degrees. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, straighten the arms. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into a downward dog. Take an inhale and exhale. So our downward dog, we want to be on the balls of the feet. We always have a micro bend in the knees. Lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Pelvis bone in, front wrist backwards, lengthening through the breastbone here. Spreading the fingers wide, pressing the hands into the mat to stay on the shoulders. We're going to come into an active stretch for the Achilles tendon. So you're going to take an inhale, come up onto all 10 toes, and then exhale, reach the right heel down towards the mat only. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the left heel down. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the right heel down. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reaching the left heel down. One more time each side. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the right heel down. Inhale onto all 10 toes. And exhale, reach the left heel down towards the mat. Inhale, come up onto all 10 toes. Exhale, bring the belly button towards the spine. Step or walk your feet to the top of the mat. Feet are together into our forward fold. Inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back. Retract your scapula, so roll the shoulder blades back. Pressing the hands into the legs. Bring the weight into the balls of the feet for a little hamstring stretch. And then exhale, sit back in the heels, back down into our forward fold. Inhale, hands come up the sides, coming all the way up into our standing mountain pose. And then exhale, hinging from the hip forward, leading with the chest, back down into our forward fold. So we'll start our joint mobility stability sequence here. So inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back, retract the scapula, reach the hands on either side of the body, and then just lift the torso up right here. So we want the feet together, squeezing the inner legs together with the adductors. Pelvis bone in, front wrist backwards, lengthening through the breastbone here. We're going to bring our thumbs to our shoulders and extend the hands wide from there. And then from here, we're going to come on the ball of the left foot here. So lifting that left heel. And then you're going to dorsiflex that left foot right up off the mat. We're going to come into our airplane here. So you're going to take an inhale. You're going to straighten your standing leg and extend that free leg straight behind you. And then exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low in that standing leg here. Again, inhale, straighten the standing leg, extend the free leg back. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Inhale, straighten the standing leg and the free leg. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. And then inhale, straighten the standing leg, extend the free leg, and we're gonna stay here. So you wanna make sure the hips are still square, that left foot is dorsiflex, flex, so toes up towards your nose. We're gonna load the right knee joint here. So you're gonna exhale down for 3, lower in that leg 2, 1, and then inhale, rise up without hyperextending that knee. We'll do that again. Exhale, lower down for 3, 2, 1, inhale, pop up. Exhale down 3, 2, 1, inhale up. Last one, we're gonna stay low. Exhale down 3, 2, 1, and stay. We're gonna activate that left hamstring by bending the knee, activate the left glute by lifting that heel towards the ceiling, and then bring that foot back down. Just roll those shoulders out here, take an inhale, and exhale. We're gonna come into our chair pose here next. So power the arms up in front, palms are facing each other, spreading the fingers wide. Feet are together, squeezing the adductors. We're gonna sit the hips down and back into our chair pose here. So you're gonna bring the fingertips together here, bring the thumb to the xiphoid process here. So right in the middle of that chest bone there. Retract the scapula. So the weight should be in the heels. You should be able to wiggle the feet, squeeze the adductors, bending the knees, sitting the hips down and back. Pubis bone in, front ribs, back ribs, lengthening through the breastbone here, pressing the finger pads together to activate the chest. Take an inhale, sit lower. And then as you exhale, you're just gonna T mobility towards the right. So just the thoracic spine. Keep the hips and the knees looking forward here and square. Take an inhale, sit a little bit lower. Pubis bone in, and then exhale, find a little bit more rotation. It'll be small. Take an inhale into the chest. Front ribs to back ribs. Exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Inhale, lengthening through the sternum here. And exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Good, inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward. And then exhale, tip forward into your forward fold. Coming into our lunge sequence here next. Inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back. Retract the scapula. Reach the hands on either side of the legs here. And then coming on the ball of that left foot again, so pressing those left toes into the mat, lifting that left heel. And then dorsiflex that ankle right up off the mat. Take a big step back into your lunge here. So you want the feet hip distance apart. Bend that back knee right away to come out of the hips. Power the arms up, palms face each other, spread the fingers wide. And then pubis bone in, front ribs to back ribs, lengthening through the sternum here. You're gonna take an inhale, you're gonna power up in both legs, so straightening both legs straight up. And then exhale, you're gonna bend both knees. Inhale, power up. Exhale, slow and controlled down. Inhale, power up. This is great for our hip mobility. And exhale, slowly back down. From here, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna straighten that back leg, hinge from the hip. The hands come past the body, palms face the floor, stretch the fingers wide. And then inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up into that first position. Exhale, straighten the back leg, bring arms past the body, hinge from the hip, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up. One more time. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hip. The hands come past the body, palms face the floor. And then inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms up into that first position. Coming into our rotating lunge here, bring the thumbs to the shoulders here and extend the hands out wide from there, spread the fingers wide. Take an inhale, lift the pelvic floor, pubis bone in. And as you exhale, rotate towards that front leg, so towards your right. And then extend that back leg, so you're reaching forward with that left hand, reaching back with that right hand. And then bring the fingertips together, thumbs to the xiphoid process again. Take an inhale, pubis bone in, and then exhale, find more rotation through that T-spine. Take an inhale, front ribs to back ribs. Exhale, find more rotation. Inhale into the chest, lengthening through the sternum. And exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Good, inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward, coming in our full stretch. And then bring the hands down towards the mat, step that foot back into your high plank. Take an inhale. and exhale. We'll do two different options for our side plank today. Option one, bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Make sure the wrist crease are right underneath the shoulders. Option is to stay here. Option two is to come into your side plank. You're gonna rotate on that left side, keep the feet stacked. Bring that right hand up like a bow and arrow into your side plank. Press the feet into mat, keep breathing. Press that hand into the floor. Stretch the other fingers wide. Keep breathing. Pulling up through the obliques here. Good, coming out of this, look down at that left hand, tap the right hand to the shoulder, and step back into your high plank here. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring the knees down to the mat here. We're gonna do our fist push-ups, so making fists with those hands, thumbs are on the outside. First option, so everybody can come into a high plank. You can do it from your knees. If you're on your knees, sorry, keep the toes tucked. If you want the harder option, up on the toes here. Totally up to you. Wherever you are, you're gonna take an inhale, shift the body weight forward. We're gonna exhale, bending the elbows 30, 60, or 90 degrees, and then inhale, power up. Exhale down, inhale, power up. Let's do one more today. Exhale down, and inhale, power up. Good, wherever you are, you're just gonna release the hands, watch the blood flow back to the fingers. We'll do a core flow, and then we'll take a quick break and do the other side. So up into your high plank again, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, heel bones right behind the sit bones. Inhale, shift the body weight forward onto all 10 toes. Exhale, lift the hips slightly above the shoulders, lower down, halfway push up. Inhale, bring the chest up and through into your up dog, keep the toes tucked. Push up into your high plank, exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale, and big exhale from the mouth. Good, you can just lower the knees down to the mat. We'll come into our child's pose. So bring the knees towards the width of the mat again, big toes together, tucking the toes, stack the fist on top of each other, rest the forehead there. Big inhales through the nose, and then remember to slow down your exhales to recover faster. Shaking your head no on your fist to induce some relaxation. If you would like right now, you can grab a quick drink. This will be the only break unless you want to take one whenever you would. And then we'll set up and do all of that on the other side now. So whenever you're ready, stacking one hand up at a time, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, step one foot back at a time, into your high plank. Take an inhale. Then as you exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the belly button towards the spine, and then step or walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Forward fold, feet are together. Inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back, retract the scapula, reach the hands on either side of the body, and just bring the torso up right here. So setting up for the second side. So again, we want the feet together. We want to squeeze the adductors together here. Pubis bone in, front wrist backwards, lengthening through the sternum here. We're going to bring the thumbs to the shoulders again and extend the hands out wide, spread the fingers from there. So this time we're going to come on the ball of our right foot here. So lifting that right heel, and then dorsiflex that ankle up, toes up towards the nose. You're going to take an inhale, straighten both legs, the standing leg, and then the free leg goes behind. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Again, inhale, straighten the standing leg, straighten that free leg. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Inhale, straightening both legs. And exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Inhale, straighten the standing leg, straighten the free leg, and we're gonna stay here. So again, making sure the hips are square, spreading the fingers wide, that right ankle is dorsiflexed. We're gonna load the left knee joint this time. So exhale down for 3, 2, 1, and then inhale, rise up without hyperextending that leg. Again, exhale down on that left knee for 3, 2, 1, inhale, power up. Exhale down 3, 2, 1, inhale up. Last one here, exhale 3, 2, 1, and stay low. Again, activating this right hamstring now, bending that knee. Activate that right glute by lifting the heel and then landing that foot back down. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders out, and exhale. Coming into our chair pose here. So again, we want the feet together, squeeze the adductors here, power the arms up, palms face each other, retract the scapula. Sit low here. So again, we want the weight in the heels. You should be able to wiggle the toes. Bring the finger pads together again, press the fingers together, thumb to the xiphoid process, retract the scapula. Take an inhale, sit low in those knees and the hips. Inhale into the chest, pubis bone in, and then as you exhale, we're gonna rotate towards the left this time, so T mobility towards the left. Again, keep the hips and the the hips and the knees square. The shoulders are rotating. Inhale into the chest, front ribs to back ribs. Find a little bit more rotation from that movement. Again, inhale into the chest, lengthen through the sternum here. Exhale, find more rotation. Good, inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward, and then exhale down to forward fold. Inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back, retract the scapula, reach the hands on either side of the leg. And then come on the right ball of the foot again, lifting that right heel, and then dorsiflex that right ankle up right off the floor. And then big step back into your lunge again. So again, we want the feet hip distance apart, all the toes are facing forward. Bend that back knee right away to come out of the hip. We want that front knee right on top of that ankle, and then power the arms up, shoulders down and back, palms face each other, spread the fingers wide. And we're gonna inhale, we're gonna rise up in both legs, and then exhale, slow and controlled back down. Getting low on that back leg especially, and the front, inhale, power up. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, up. And exhale, slowly down. Take an inhale, exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hip, bring the arms past the body, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up to that first position. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hips, palms come past the body, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up. One more time. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hips, palms come past the body, palms face the floor. And then inhale, straighten that back leg, power the arms back up. Thumbs come to the shoulders for our rotation. Extend the hands out wide from there, spread the fingers. Before we move, lift the pelvic floor, pubis bone in, take an inhale. And as you exhale, T mobility towards that front leg, so towards the left this time. And then straighten that back leg. So we're reaching forward with the right hand, reaching back with the left. Bring all the finger pads together, thumb to the xiphoid process, press the finger pads together to activate the chest. Take an inhale, pubis bone in, and exhale, find more rotation through that T-spine. Good, inhale, front ribs, back ribs. Exhale, find some rotation from that little movement. Inhale, lengthen to the sternum, and exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Good, inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward, coming that full stretch. And then bring the hands down towards the mat, step back into your high plank. Take an inhale, and exhale. Same two options again. Staying in high plank with the feet touching at the back of the mat, squeezing the adductors. Next option, make sure that wrist crease right underneath the shoulders. This time rotating on the right side. Bring that right hand up like a bow and arrow, spread the fingers wide. Pressing the side of the foot into the mat, dorsiflex the ankle. Pressing that right hand into the mat, spreading the left hand wide. Pulling up through the oblique, continue to breathe. Coming out of this, looking down at that right hand, tapping that left shoulder with the hand, and pivoting back into your high plank. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring the knees down towards the mat. Setting up for our push-ups. So this option, you can do fingertip push-ups. So tenting up on those fingertips. If you're hypermobile or don't feel comfortable doing that, just do those fist push-ups again. It's totally up to you. Same options, everybody's starting in their high plank so they can get the joint stack right. Either coming down to the knees, keeping the toes tucked, or staying up on the toes, totally up to you. Wherever you are, take an inhale, shift the body weight forward, and then exhale, bending the elbows 30, 60, or 90 degrees. Inhale, push up, 2 more. Exhale down, inhale up, 1 more, exhale down, and inhale up. Good, wherever you are, bring the hands flat onto the mat. We'll do our core flow, and then we'll start the silent victory. So coming up onto those toes, heels behind the sit bones. Inhale, shift the body weight forward onto all 10 toes. Exhale, lift the hips slightly above the shoulders. Bend the elbows, lowering down into that halfway push-up. Inhale, bring the chest up and through into your up dog. Push up into your high plank. Exhale, micro bend the knees. Lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale and slow exhale. Good, bring the knees down towards the mat. We'll just go into our child's pose before we switch into silent victories. So again, knees towards the width of the mat, big toes together, tucking the toes here, and then stack the fists on top of each other, rest the forehead there. Big inhales through the nose, and then slow down your exhale to recover faster. Shaking your head no on your fist to do some relaxation. So our silent victories is going to be that active stretching. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to feel the stretch about a 5 or a 6. And we want to feel this in the belly of the muscle, so not the origin or insertion. And we're only holding them for about 3 to 5 deep breaths. So whenever you're ready, we're just going to come up onto all fours again to reset. So we're going to come into our wide-legged hero pose. So you're going to work in your own range of motion for all of these as well. So you're not trying to hit any end pose, whatever your body is capable of doing. So we're going to bring the knees towards the width of the mat again. This time you're going to bring the top of the toes down. The mat, big toes are still touching. You're going to slowly walk the hands back behind you here, keeping the fingertips facing the rest of the body, staying up on the fingertips. And then right away, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips right up off the feet. So you want to press the top of the toes into the mat, press the knees away, squeeze the glutes, lifting up the hips here, pressing the fingertips into the mat here. So opening up the whole front of the body, continue to breathe, opening up through the quads and through the hips. Everybody can just lower down here for a second, so lower the glutes back down on the feet. If you need a deeper stretch, you can bring the palms right down onto the mat, or you can stay up on the fingertips, whatever feels better for you. And then again, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips right up off the feet here. So again, pressing the toes into the mat, pressing the knees away, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips, pressing the fingertips or the palms of the hands, whatever you have on the floor, into the mat to stay on the shoulders. And then lowering the glutes back down, coming up onto the fingertips if you're not there, and slowly walking the hands back out in front, and then just bring the knees back in here. We're going to come into our pigeon pose here next. So you're going to start at the top of your mat. The knees are going to be right underneath the hips, but the knees are going to be touching, so squeezing those inner legs together. Feet are touching as well. Wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, spreading those fingertips wide. And then just setting up our spine again, so pubis bone in, front wrist back ribs lengthening through the sternum here. Head is neutral. We're going to just lift just the feet up off the mat. You're going to plantar flex the feet, so point the toes away from you. And then without moving the upper body, like a dog's wagging its tail, you're just going to wave your feet from side to side. And then we're going to let the feet fall to the right side here to start. You're going to lift that right foot up, walk the right foot and the hands straight behind you here. So the hand should finish underneath the shoulders. So you're going to come onto the left hand here. You're just going to dorsiflex that left ankle with that right hand and then come back forward. So we're staying active here. You're pressing that all those right toes into the mat here, straightening that leg, keeping the hips down and square here. So option is to stay here up on the fingertips. You can come down so the hands are flat, or you can stack the fists on top of each other and rest the forehead there, but lengthening through the spine here. So keep pressing those right toes into the mat. Keep dorsiflexing that left ankle. So we're opening up the right hip here, opening up that or stretching up that left glute. You can shake your head no if you're on your fist and do some relaxation again. Relaxing the jaw, not holding tension in the jaw. Good, and then coming out of this, wherever you are, you're gonna come up onto one hand at a time. Press those right toes into the mat, press the hands into the mat, and then lift that left foot down and back into your high plank. Take an inhale, and then exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into a downward dog. Take an inhale, and exhale. Good, and then just bring your knees down to the mat. You can just walk yourself back up to the top of the mat. We'll do the other side. So again, knees right underneath the hips, but we're squeezing the adductors, the legs and the feet together. Wrist crease right underneath the shoulder, spreading the fingertips wide, and then setting up the spine. So pelvis bone in, front wrist backwards, lengthening through the sternum here, head is neutral. And then just lifting the feet up off the mat, plantar flex, so point the toes away. And then without moving the upper body, wag the feet from side to side, stabilizing in the shoulders here. And then you're gonna let the feet fall to the left side this time, and then lift the left leg up, walk that left foot back and the hands back at the same time. Again, hands should finish underneath the shoulders. Come onto the right hand with the left hand, dorsiflex that right ankle, and then coming back straight. Again, options, you can stay on the fingertips, come flat onto the palms, or lengthen through the spine and rest the forehead on the stacked fists. Wherever you are, you're pressing those left toes down into the mat, away from you, dorsiflexing that right ankle, pulling both hips square, relaxing the jaw here. So we're opening up the left hip, stretching out that right glute. Good, and then wherever you are, coming up onto one hand at a time and then the other, pressing the left toes into the mat, the hands into the mat, and then lifting that right foot up and back into your high plank. Take an inhale, and then exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale and exhale. And then lowering the knees down to the mat, we're gonna flip onto our back here to finish up the rest of the class. So laying on your back again, knees are bent, bottom of the feet are both flat on the mat. We're gonna come into our hip compression here. So you're gonna bring your right knee in towards your chest. You're gonna interlace the fingers nice and tight. So we wanna cut off that circulation. So when we release fresh blood, we'll go to those finger joints. And then pressing the hands on the shin here. Dorsiflex that right ankle. So we're gonna take an inhale with our belly breath here. So inhale into the belly, pushing the belly against the leg. And then as you exhale, squeeze the hand down the shin. Again, inhale, belly breath. And then exhale, squeezing the hands down the shin. Again, inhale, belly breath. And then exhale, squeezing the hands down the shin. So this is also good for our digestive system. So this is good for the ascending colon on the right side. And then from here, we're gonna come into our hamstring stretch. So without moving the leg, you're just gonna release the hands, interlace the fingers on the back of the leg here on the hamstring here now. And then without moving the knee, you're just gonna extend that leg straight up towards the ceiling. So dorsiflex that right ankle, bottom of the foot should be facing the ceiling. Relax the upper body here. Option is to stay here, or if you want, you can lengthen that left leg flat down on the mat, dorsiflex that ankle as well. Squeezing the inner legs together here, towards each other. Continue to breathe, inhale through the nose, and exhale from the mouth. And then we're just gonna keep this active, so you're just gonna plantar flex and dorsiflex the right ankle, so the one that's in the air. Good, and then we're just gonna release that foot back down, bend both knees again, so both feet are flat on the mat. And then we'll set up for the other side here. So bring the left knee in towards the chest, interlace those fingers again, nice and tight, and then rest the hands on the shin, dorsiflex that left ankle. And then same thing, inhale, belly breath, fill the belly with air, push the belly against the leg. And then exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. Again, inhale, belly breath. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. One more time here, inhale, belly breath. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. So the left side's good for the descending colon now. And then again, without moving the leg, release the hands, interlace the fingers on the back of the leg on the hamstring. And then without moving that knee, try and extend that leg straight from where it is. Dorsiflex that ankle. Relax the upper body. Option is to stay here, or if you want, you can lengthen that right leg down on the mat, dorsiflex both ankles. And then again, keeping this active, just plantar flex and dorsiflex, so point the toes away from you, bring them up towards you for the ankle. Good, and then putting that foot back down, bending both knees again, so both feet are flat on the mat. We're just gonna go into our double hip compression now. So bring the belly button in towards the spine and then bring both knees in towards the chest, dorsiflex the ankles. If you can interlace your fingers, great. If not, just rest the hands on the shin. You wanna keep the tailbone down on the mat, so we don't want it up in the air. So again, inhale, belly breath, push the belly, fill the belly with air against both legs. And then exhale, squeeze the hands down the shins. Again, inhale, belly breath, fill the belly with air. And exhale, squeeze the hands down on the shins. One more time here, inhale, belly breath. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shins. Good. And then from here, you can just bring both feet back down onto the mat. We'll come into our butterfly pose here. So you're gonna bring the feet as close as you can, first towards the rest of your body. And then bring the feet together here first, and then let the knees fall to the side. Bring the bottom of the feet together. If you have any pull in your low back, just walk your feet either further away from your body or closer to your body, whatever you can find is comfortable. And then we're gonna make a diamond shape with our hands. You're gonna bring the thumbs together and the pointer fingers together and the rest of the fingers together. You're gonna put the thumb on your belly button and then let the rest of the fingers fall from there. And then just relax the elbows down the mat if they're not there. So we're gonna focus our breathing into this diamond shape. So it's nice, deep and low breathing here to induce some relaxation, balance the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So inhale into this diamond shape for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that belly button towards the spine. We'll do that again. Inhale into that diamond shape for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one here. Inhale into the diamond shape for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we're just gonna use the hands on the outside of the legs here to bring the knees back together. We're gonna come into our final relaxation here. So whatever position is comfortable for you, you can straighten both legs down on the mat, or if you have any pull in the low back, just keep the knees bent, feet up flat on the floor, whatever's comfortable. And then the hands are just gonna come to the side of the body, palms face the ceiling. So you can close your eyes here. And just continue to take regular breaths inhaling through the nose and exhaling from the mouth. And we're just gonna slowly work through our body from the feet up to our head, just releasing any tension points. Sometimes you're clenching your fist or a shoulder or something. So when you get to that part of your body, just send a breath there to relax it. And once you've gone through that, we're just gonna focus in on our breathing here. So inhale through the nose and exhale from the mouth. You can just breathe normally, but we wanna laser focus in on our breathing. So focusing on the sound that your body makes when it takes an inhale and when it takes an exhale, what's happening mechanically when you take an inhale, when you take an exhale, the length of your inhales compared to your exhales, just really focusing in on that breathing. And now we're gonna laser focus on a distraction noise. So it might have been something that you were fighting when you were trying to listen to, or focus on your breath. So it might be cars driving by outside. It might be somebody in the other room. It might be the air flowing through the vents. So just find a noise and just laser focus in on that noise. Now let that distraction come in. And now bring your focus back to your breathing. So focusing on the inhales through the nose, exhale from the mouth, focusing on the sound that your breath is making, what's happening mechanically, comparing the length of your inhales to the length of your exhales. So that exercise was just showing that we can always bring our focus back with our breathing. So distractions come into our life every day, whether it be with school, work. So you can always bring your focus back with your breath. So I'm just going to give everybody a few moments just to themselves. So just get comfy. You could focus on your breathing still. You can let distraction thoughts come in, whatever you want to do, but just giving yourself some time just for you. We get busy with school and work, family and friends, everything that's going on in the world right now. So it's really important, just even if it's a few moments every day, just taking some time just for you. Then whenever you're ready, you can start to wake the body up. So you can wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. If you want, you can take a full body stretch, stretching the feet away from you, stretching the arms above the head for a breath. And then wherever you are, just bending both knees so the bottom of the feet are flat on the mat. And then taking an inhale. And then exhale, bring the belly button towards the spine, bring the knees in towards the chest, dorsiflex the ankles, and just wrapping the hands on the shin again. Just a little bit of movement from side to side for the low back. And then we're just going to come onto our right side again. So laying on your right side, using your right arm as a pillow for your head, bending both knees. Just going to come into another breathing exercise. So if you're having problems falling asleep, this is a really good one to do to relax the mind and relax the body. So you're going to take your left pointer finger. You're going to block your right nostril off completely with that finger on the outside. And you're just going to focus. You're going to do about 5 breaths on your own. We'll do the first one together. You're just going to inhale into the left nostril only, and then exhale from the left nostril only as well. And try and do it from your belly breath. So we'll do one together here. So blocking the right nostril. Inhale into the left nostril only. And exhale from the left nostril only. Good. Do that about 4 more times. Try and do it from your belly. So coming into final relaxation here. So we're using our belly breath. The left nostril breathing is connected to the right side of the brain, and then we're also laying on the right side as well. So if you're ever having problems sleeping or problems relaxing, try this position, and really just 5 breaths through the left nostril can make a really big difference. Then whenever you've done those 5 breaths, we'll come up into our final breathing exercise. So you can sit whatever's comfortable. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit one leg out, whatever's comfortable for you. We're just going to start with rubbing the hands really quickly together here, creating a lot of heat in between the palms. Going to come into an eye relaxation exercise. So if you're reading your textbook or if you're on your laptop or computer a lot, getting that eye strain, this is a really good one to do as well. So creating that heat in between the palms. And then what's going to happen, we're going to close the eyes, we're going to press the palms on our eyes, and we're going to do some eye exercises with the eyes closed. So once you have enough heat in between those palms, close the eyes, press the palms into the eyes with a little bit of pressure. Take an inhale. And you're going to roll as if your eyes are closed. You're going to pretend that you can roll your eyes all the way to the back of your head. So you might see some colors and shapes. And then exhale, bring the eyes back out in front. We'll do that one more time. Again, inhale, lightly press into the eyes, keeping the eyes closed as if you can roll the eyes all the way to the back of the head. And then exhale, bring the eyes back down in front. Good, you can open the eyes. Just bringing our hands out to prayer here, just giving ourselves a moment that you were able to take some time for yourself today to move your body. Great for both your mind and your body, taking some time for yourself and just taking care of yourself, and that you were able to move your body today. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining today. If anybody has any questions or anything, please let me know, but I'll see you next Tuesday at the same time.